Oh yeah, we are back. It is another edition of Bogeys and Blue Crabs. As always, I am your host, Max Salzman, and today joining me once again is the lovely Almay all day. Welcome back to the pod, Almay. How we doing?
Thanks, Max. I love being here with you. It's great.
It's so much fun.
It is.
I love doing this podcast. It's been a bit of a bummer not being able to record as frequently as we were, kind of over the summer and last spring, but we're back.
Yes.
We got more great information to talk about. We got a lot on this podcast to run through. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's do it. What have you been up to?
So for all of those that do not know, I am now a new father. I have a lovely baby boy who just hit the 3-month stage.
Yay.
He's healthy as can be, doing great, but as many can assume, with that comes a lot less free time to be playing golf. So it's been a big life adjustment for me.
Yeah.
I actually have not picked up my golf clubs in almost 5 weeks.
Oh my. How are you
That
feeling?
it's killing me. I mean, it
Yeah.
is. It's like having your favorite thing, your favorite food,
Oh,
like right there in front of you and knowing that like you can't eat
you
it.
can't eat it.
You
Oh, I
know?
bet.
I'm still in all of the golf group chats. I'm still
Yes.
seeing posts from my friends, but it's one of these life things where you just kind of take it on the chin and you know that it's not
Mhm.
forever, but
Right.
it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
You
Have
know?
you been doing any practice, like, putting
I
on the
mean,
carpet at home while the baby's sleeping? Like
I would
anything?
say the closest thing to actually playing golf that I've done right now is like set up my son in his little caddy outfit.
Oh,
You know, like that's the closest thing to actually like playing some golf that I've done. He's got like a little really cute like dad's favorite caddy or something like that in his outfit, golf partner of the future. That's where we're at right now.
how cute is that?
It's
I mean, I bet
adorable.
it's really cute. And
Now,
you're just one step closer. You're
I
getting closer.
this is going to be my one little parenting tidbit that I'm going to throw in here. I have a bone to pick with the person who designs baby clothing
Oh,
because whoever designed it, when you're trying to get your kid in these little tiny outfits,
yeah.
they don't tell you that they're going to be fighting you tooth and nail every step of the way. You're trying to get him in this little really cute golf shirt with the collar and everything, and his leg is somehow sticking through the arm slot.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh my gosh,
It's
listeners,
really hard.
if you could see Max like demonstrating what a baby looks like, trying to, he's demonstrating it as if he were the baby and he's all squeezing himself, trying to like get through the outfit. Yeah, that's every parent for as long as time.
Now, again, we've talked about this in the past, but my life partner is fantastic with, she is starting to now we're getting through the sludge part, we're
Yes,
getting
of
through the
course.
toughest stage. And so we're now starting to get back to
Yeah.
the things that really made us who we are. And so
Yeah.
she's getting back into her yoga and some of
Great.
her meditational stuff. And
Yeah.
so in due time, hopefully, we'll get back out on the course, maybe start with 9 holes here or there,
Mhm.
couple of range outings. That could be
Sure.
fun.
Maybe
but
we could go to Topgolf and bring the baby.
Oh, she would love that.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
just
that's everyone.
and he's actually doing great.
Oh,
we're
good.
we're it's a bummer because living in Maryland and in the Mid-Atlantic area, golf courses shut down, in the next month or so, which is
Sure.
normal, but still a bummer.
Yeah.
But we're now starting to get to that stage where we can do those things. And so
Mhm.
taking him out, getting him in the stroller, keeping him in his carrier, he's totally fine.
Listen, Max, I really don't feel bad for you because come in a month or so, I think you're going to warmer weather.
I am. Yeah, we're heading down to
So
Florida.
if you're talking about Maryland golf courses shutting down, you get to go somewhere where they don't shut down at all.
Nope.
And so maybe
Nope.
you will get to some practice.
Well, you know what's going to be even better? We have Mimi who lives down there.
Oh.
And so we get free babysitter. And so she's
Yes.
going to be, very happy to take care of baby boy. Maybe me and my stepdad will be able to get out and go play some
Yeah,
play some holes,
exactly.
which will be
Or
fantastic.
or if you and your mom, because your mom plays golf too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister will be down there, so
Maybe
my
sister can watch baby.
my
and
my
you-
partner will have plenty of support, dealing
Aw.
with the young boy. But that's just a little
Great.
quick update, not a whole lot of golf on my end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The passion is always going to be there.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can hear it.
Of course. I mean, I love it. But luckily, we're also kind of in the part of the golf world time of the year where, there's not a whole lot going on. And so
Yeah.
we're making do with a bad situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, those golfers get a break.
Everybody, everybody gets a little
Not
bit of a
unless you
break.
live somewhere
But
really
not
warm.
parents, though. Let me
No,
tell
not
you, as a
parents,
parent,
but
you do not get a break. And that was a very hard lesson that we learned. But let's get back to our normal show agenda. And so, obviously, I haven't been able to play a whole lot of golf, but that doesn't mean that you, Miss
I
Almay, have not been
know.
able to play a lot of golf. And so, what have you been doing
I
recently?
have played a lot of golf. Yeah, a lot of golf. I have, played with my friend Joan. I know she's going to hear this story and she's probably going to laugh, but she and I went out and played 9 holes over at Sligo, and we had a blast. We actually played with a person who we didn't know, and that's golf.
Yeah, yeah.
And what we found was that third person would always walk off the green after he
Ooh.
putt. Was
Now,
not really in. I mean, I didn't take it personally.
sure. Now, are we talking about him as like, regardless of where he is on the green, he's putting and he's going to putt out, and then once he putts out, he just grabs his ball and walks off the green?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, or hit the ball, get in the cart, proceed to like move forward while we're still
Yeah.
trying to
And you're
get there.
further behind,
Mhm.
but you're still playing in the same group.
We're in the
So,
same group.
I mean, what kind of feelings does that kind of
I
convey?
as you know, I think I can find a funny situation in everything. So
Sure.
she was a little bit like, that is so rude. Like, I can't believe that someone would do that.
I mean, I feel like this is a bit of an anomaly given, playing at Sligo, knowing people that play there. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that that's normal to deal with
Well, no, and
a situation
it's
like
not good
this.
etiquette,
It's
but
definitely not. And if you're a beginner out there, that is not how you're supposed to go
no.
about the etiquette of putting. So, for our listeners who don't know, how are you supposed to handle a situation like that?
Okay, I didn't. I really didn't. To be honest with you, Max, I didn't really care
Sure.
because I turned it and I just turned to her and I said, "Listen, maybe maybe he's got gas. Maybe he needs to." And she goes, "What?" And I said, "No, I'm serious. Maybe there's something else going on. I'm not going to assume he's just rude.
Of course.
Perhaps he needed to get in his cart and just, jet away to get away." And so then it happened so often. I just started telling her, I was like, "Well, there goes the farting golfer."
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I really didn't care. But
Yeah.
she thought that was really funny, and I kind of lightened the situation. I get it. Like, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
get what
right.
you're doing.
I don't get it either. You're supposed to want the furthest person away. That the correct etiquette is the furthest person from the
Mhm.
hole putts, and then it continues in that
Yes.
method.
Yes. Now, I have had moments where if it's on a very hot day, I really can't stand out on the putting green when it's too hot. I need to get back in the cart where there's shade. So I will excuse myself. I'm like, "Sorry, I need to run to the cart. It's just so hot." But I'll just watch from the cart. But no, this gentleman just proceeded, and I just chalked it up to like I said, he maybe had tummy issues. So that was it.
I like how you've taken the situation and you gave them the benefit of the doubt.
I
and
did.
that's
And that's
it goes
fine.
to show the type of person that you are, Miss
Right.
Almay. It's
And
fantastic.
she found that to be really funny. So there's my 2 cents on the etiquette of walking away.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to assume now, if you play with me and you walk away, that you are now part of the farter golfer club.
There you go.
I don't
You're
care.
having some
Yes,
digestional
whatever.
issues.
Fine.
that's
I don't
that's
care.
actually very funny.
No, I know.
I'm gonna steal that as well.
You
Now, granted, I don't think I've really been in a situation where I've dealt with something like that, where I was very aware of somebody who was like very consistently
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that. Maybe a hole here, maybe a hole there. I tend to like when I was playing golf and maybe you hit a really great approach shot and you put it in close and you just decide, this is for par or bogey. I'm going to pick this ball up and
Sure.
just kind of wait for the rest of my group. But to remove themselves
Oh,
and
yeah.
kind of make it more about, only
Yeah.
singular them and not interact with the group is odd to me.
I mean, okay, what if you're like an introvert player? You really just don't want to be around people. I mean, it's fine. I don't take these things personally because I
Right.
actually have no idea what's going on,
And
and I'm not going to assume anything either.
I've played with people who have earpieces in and are in business meetings,
Yeah.
and most of the time you get to the first hole and they take their earpiece off and they say, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to be very social today. I'm on a call
Yeah.
or I have this or this
Right.
going on."
Yeah.
And so they're very out
Yes.
upfront about it.
Yes.
So they make sure you're aware of the
Yeah.
situation.
All I ask though is if anyone is on doing that, and I don't know if we've spoken about this before, but keep the ball keep moving. Don't
100%.
don't like chit
100%.
chat while you're putting, but you have to hold for a while because you're still trying to concentrate
Mhm.
on what's going on in the earpiece.
Or we've all teed off and you're underneath a tree having a conversation still in the
Oh,
shade,
that's
not ready to hit, not keeping it moving, holding the group up. I
yeah,
don't love
yeah.
that, but most of the time I'm
Yes.
very understanding. I
Yeah.
get it. You have your world going on outside of the golf that we're playing. So,
Right.
do your thing.
Exactly.
But so what else you been going
Okay,
so
so I did a couple this is fundraising time also, and not only am I part of fundraising events because I do work for nonprofit golf organization, but also I get invited to things as well.
Sure.
And I played in two events back to back. One was like a Monday, the next one was on a Tuesday. And shockingly, both times I won closest to pin.
No
I
way.
mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
crazy.
So, just a quick backtrack for our listeners. So, when you say you're playing in one of these fundraising events, most of the time for these events, you have to buy in to join the event, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, most of the time, you would buy in as a group. So,
Sure.
if me and you were playing and there was a $300 buy-in, it would be 150 per team per person on the team.
Sure. Yep.
And so you can break it down that way. A lot of the times for these golf fundraising tournaments that you play in,
Yeah.
most of the proceeds go to whatever foundation is partnered with it,
Mm-hmm.
but you get, some sort of buffet, breakfast,
Swag,
yeah, some swag.
contests.
And
Yeah, it's really
it's
fun.
such a fun event. I
Yeah.
think there's sometimes a little bit of a stigma around playing in these quote unquote tournament events,
Mm-hmm.
where some of our listeners or, beginner golfers may feel a little intimidated, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really such a fun event that you
Yeah.
can go out and play in. And it can really be sometimes I've gone out and it's been a really busy tournament where they'll have maybe like two groups on a hole because they have so many people who have
Sure.
signed up for
Yep.
it. And so that could be having as much of close to 8 people maybe on
Yeah,
each
but you
hole.
still go off at a foursome.
Oh, but you go
Yeah.
off with a 4,
Yeah, but
you
everyone
play
is
with your
watching
friends,
you.
but
Yeah.
you're with your group, you play as
Mm-hmm.
a team, you get
Yeah.
that team aspect
Love
of
it.
playing, in the tournament, and it's just overall a great time. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I mean they're really fun, and sometimes I don't even mind if I get matched up with a group that I don't know because this is a great opportunity not only to network but to meet more people. Um, Everybody knows that I make friends one fairway at a time, so that's kind of my motto. Yeah, so I won closest to pin, two different courses, $50 one day, a foursome at Northwest for another win. Yeah. I won the 50-50 raffle too. I don't even know what's
Okay.
happening.
That that
Like
that is a heck of a
it was a
run. That
lot.
is a run that
It
you went
was
on there.
it
That's
was
great.
really cool.
So let's dive into one of those closest to the pins.
Yeah.
So the first one, let's just say that. Was it a par 3? It must have been
All
a par
par
3.
3.
All
Yeah.
par 3.
Yeah, all par
What'd you
3s.
hit?
I think usually this one was probably maybe 120 something out maybe. So I was probably maybe 12 feet. I mean, it doesn't sound it sounds
Hey, that's
far,
good.
but I was
Oh my
there.
goodness, it's a great look at birdie. 12
Yeah,
feet?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
solid standard look at birdie.
Yeah, or closest to pin, that's great. I mean, all you have to do is pretty much just get it on the green
Well,
and then you're in contention.
yeah, but it's easier said than done.
No, I know.
And then that also comes back to what I was just saying, for our beginner golfers, what Almay was saying is like, listen, you guys have the ability to hit a 120 shot and hit the green.
Yep.
You still have to execute. You have to make sure that you're, checking the boxes in the golf
Mhm.
swing and you still have to hit the ball well.
Yeah.
But it's doable.
Oh,
Totally
Yeah, and
doable.
I'm telling you, there were, of course, a lot of great golfers playing in the field, so I didn't think, like, I had a chance, but I love putting my name on there and at least
Oh,
knowing, like, maybe not, but hey.
and then after they announce you,
Oh
right?
my gosh,
Oh,
yes.
and how awesome was that?
Yes. I mean, I was surprised, to be honest with you. I was really
Uh-huh.
surprised, but like you said, when they announce your name, it really is. I mean, some people might be like, "Oh, yeah, I got." If you're a foot away, I get it. You know you won. You
Yeah,
right,
but I
unless it's
mean,
a hole in one.
you hit it
But
to a foot. I mean,
yeah,
that's pretty
but not,
insane.
that's if some, but I didn't. I'm just saying, I landed on the dance floor and it just happens that no one else did.
So did they have a little tape measure for you?
They
Did they
did.
have so break down for the listeners who haven't played in one of these tournaments,
Yeah.
what happens when you hit the green on one of
Yes.
these?
So you hit the green, there will be a little, what would you call it? Max on the side. A
I
tape measure with a
I would
little.
call it like a little stake.
Okay.
It's like one of those if you think if anybody if the listeners out there have like seen one of those like pesticide signs like in your yard or
Yeah.
like a small ADT sign. It's very small, but
Yes.
it's usually rectangular
Mm-hmm.
and on it it has a little sheet with 1 through 5 on it
Mm-hmm.
with numbers and then a little tape measure that's stuck to the back so you can actually measure the distance from the hole to your ball.
Yes. So I have a question for you. When you're measuring, do you measure like right to the front of the ball, to the back of the ball? I mean,
That is
I'm just curious.
so I measure to the front of the
Okay.
ball. I know that there are some tournaments that people say you have to measure to the back of the ball
Okay.
because I mean it adds another inch and a half, maybe 2 inches to it, depending on where and how exact you get.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it doesn't really make that big of a difference.
No.
But yes, I measure to the front of the ball. What
Okay.
about you?
Same thing. I was just curious because sometimes you watch people measure things and you're just like,
So here's my
okay.
question to you now.
People don't know. By the way, I don't think people know how to read a measuring tape.
No, they don't. That's a topic for another time
Okay.
and another podcast.
Okay.
However, when you are the person, say this was like your second or third hole, and
Mhm.
there's nobody on the list, do you put your name at 1 or do you put your name at 5?
No, I put my name at 1.
Yep,
Yeah, I
me
put my
too.
name at. Why do people put their name on
So
5?
there's some places that say you put your name at 5 if you are the first one, and then you go
Oh,
up.
interesting. But you still have
So
to write down how far you were.
yes, but they say that if you are the first one to hit the green, you are the closest to the pin, but you are the furthest closest to the pin,
Oh
if that
gosh.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's too much.
Because then there's the ability for people to then get closer to
Of
you. And so
course.
then they say it's easier to read the sheet from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. I tend to think if you are the first person, you go to number 1.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, yeah, of course. And like I said, you're going to put the measurement down anyway.
Right.
12 feet, 9
Right.
feet, 3 feet, or some. By the way, I've seen things that I don't know what they were measuring. I have no idea what metric they were. I don't know. Anyway, but yes. So that was
They were
really
using
cool.
centimeters.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
just so
goodness.
stupid.
Oh,
I can't even
goodness.
begin to tell you. I've seen some stuff that I'm like, what? What are we measuring right now?
That is funny. That is really funny.
Or some people, their penmanship isn't that great. So you're really trying to read like what that number is. But other than that, no, it was really cool. It was really fun. What else? Played at a colleague's home course in West Virginia. My
Oh,
very first time
whoa.
playing in West Virginia.
Okay. What was that like?
Oh,
I
it
mean,
was
is it just gorgeous out there right
oh,
now?
and it's fall.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the leaves. Now I will say, because I mean, everyone was prepared. I had the little hot hands in my pockets. Listen, though it was gusty. We're talking like 15-mile-per-hour winds picked up.
So for those of you that can't hear my loud breathing behind the mic, I am laughing because I know Almay, and the people are going to know what I'm talking about. Almay always comes prepared. If you
Yes.
go on Instagram, check us out at BNBC Golf on Instagram. But I will post a picture of some of the past appliances that Almay has had in her cart with her. Uh, you know, this one will be a little different because it's the fall, but for the summertime, for example, she had I think five fans with you in the cart
Oh, okay.
when you were
Sure.
playing with
Yeah,
Christy.
sure. Just call me out. Yep.
So
Yep.
Almay tends to be quite prepared when it comes to
But listen, if I
these
have
weather
you're right.
outings.
If I have 5 fans, guess what? You get a fan too.
That's
And
true.
you get a fan, like Oprah,
And
you
you
get a fan, and you get a fan. So, I'm not going to have my golf partners die out there on the course. I mean, like I said, summers out here are pretty warm. I know that people who are listening that live in hotter places, I get you. I understand. Well, maybe not the kind of heat you've played in, but I have lived in Arizona before and other places.
Definitely.
You have to be strategic.
You gotta be prepared.
You got to be strategic also about the time of day you play.
Now, have you seen this little attachment that you can get for your golf cart, where it's a little space heater, and then it looks like you have like a whole little thing that goes on the outside of your cart that creates a plastic, like
No.
it holds the heat in.
So wait,
of
I
your
do
golf
know the
cart.
plastic cover.
Of your
Is
golf
that
cart.
what you're
Yes,
referring
yes,
to?
yes.
Yes. So I would love one, Max, but you know that I am only like 4'8", 4'9".
Yeah.
I cannot get this plastic
Oh
cover
my goodness.
over the cart.
Okay, we'll get you a step stool.
Yeah.
We'll get you a step
Because I
stool.
did see, as I was a starter last weekend, some regulars did bring their cart cover, and they didn't have a heater, but they have a heater. They just didn't bring it that day.
Yeah, so a lot of them are sold with a heater attached.
Oh, that I
so,
didn't know.
Yeah,
but some people have the cup heaters.
Yeah, some of them have the cup heaters, but they're ones that actually go
like it looks like an AC outside a window.
Yes, it looks like a little heater that's attached to the top that's blowing hot air into the golf cart. Yeah, it's very interesting. You know what? I'm gonna send you the link.
I can't.
But yes, I will post.
Don't show me anything.
I will post the picture of Almay and her playing partner from over the summer. It's a hilarious picture. Check us out on Instagram at BNBC Golf. But hilarious.
Yeah. Or if you want to, you could also follow me at 3puttlove. That's 3PUTTLOVE. I post there too because I see Max, but Max and I don't play as often because he's been very busy, but I play a lot enough to post whenever.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. We will go through all of those comments, make sure that we're responding to any questions that you guys have. Just feel free to leave any of them down below. We'll also leave some of the links to those Instagram and other social medias in the bio and the description, so you guys will have quick and easy access to all of those things post this podcast episode. Now, so I want to kind of dive into
West Virginia?
Yes, playing in West Virginia.
Gorgeous. Go. Figure it out.
Elevation.
Oh yeah. I
Is it
forgot
is it high to low?
Yep.
It makes sense.
It's so beautiful. Like like we're talking that, the hilly terrain, the gorgeous colored leaves. And I'll be honest with you, I was pretty busy looking at all that because it was the only way to keep me from the horrible round.
Oh no.
The wind,
the
cold. We were hungry. This was a work event, and it wasn't really a work event. All of us are golfers, so we just chose to go play at our coworkers' home course. And
no breakfast? Did you guys play early morning?
Well, it's kind of a drive.
Sure.
It was almost 2 hours for some people who were driving from Virginia, and an hour and a half for us, or maybe more. But no, I had breakfast. I had a breakfast burrito while I was there. I wasn't gonna let. I was not gonna go out there starving. But it was chilly, so a lot of us were in about 3 to 4 layers.
Ooh.
We were wearing our, the hats that cover your ears.
Yeah.
Me and the hot hands, hot hand thing. So I told you.
Let's talk a little bit about playing in all of those layers. It's hard.
It's hard.
For listeners out there who are beginning, and this might be one of your first seasons when you're dealing with the cold and playing out there, it makes a big difference.
You're stiff.
You're stiff. I tend to lose a bit of distance as well. I think the ball doesn't quite travel as far in the cold air.
Yeah.
But it's really tough. You really gotta warm up.
Oh, you do, and definitely. And this course was designed by Robert Trent Jones Sr.
Oh, so what was the name of this course again?
It was called Capon State Park.
Can you send me that information? Because I'll also drop a link to that website down, and we'll put it into the description as well, so you guys can have a link so you can check this place out. It sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was cold, but it was gorgeous. There's actually a lodge. You can stay there.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
I'm not surprised.
I think I might go up there one weekend and just play golf again.
We should try that. Let's try and set it up.
Yeah,
I bet we could find a good bunch of Weekend at Birdie's
Oh.
people who would be
Oh
interested in
yeah,
a
definitely
reunion.
my crew. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
they would love that.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not that far,
Yeah.
but it was stunning. It was beautiful. Like I said, the course was rolling, hilly. I did feel like the greens were cut short, maybe, and they were super fast, but that could have been wind.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just zipping
Yeah.
and zipping by. So yeah, but other than that, it was a great run. I mean, I would play there again, or even another course out there.
Mm-hmm.
I had never given West Virginia even like a look.
Yeah,
Like,
sure. I've also not gotten out and played a lot of West Virginia. I've played in Pennsylvania quite a bit.
they have great courses up there.
Good courses. I tend to think because of like the layout of West Virginia that it would be that like shorter style course, lots of turns, elevation changes,
There is.
tough greens.
Yeah. And like
I
I
mean-
just said, RTJ Senior designed this one, so he also
Oh,
likes.
yeah.
He has a tendency to like bunkers.
I was
'cause
gonna
every
say,
course
lots
that-
of deep
we love the
bunkers.
bunkers, yeah. So,
But what
it
a
was great.
great
It was good.
course.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And we played. We had 2 foursomes, best ball gross, best ball net. It. One of our like I said, our coworker put it all up in Sign Up Genius. No, not Sign Up Genius. Golf Genius. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so we could see the leaderboard.
So can you
So we were just like,
explain
was
to our listeners what Golf Genius is.
like, yeah. So people use Golf Genius to. It's instead of turning in your scorecard, it's live.
Yeah.
You're putting in the scores hole after hole.
Mm-hmm. It's
and
a digital scorecard.
It's digital scorecard, and everyone can see the leaderboard as you're
Nice.
playing. Now, I never looked, but my teammate kept looking.
Okay.
And my teammate just really wanted to kick the other foursome's butt.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And it just looked like everyone was doing poorly. So, so let me tell you how we got lucky.
Okay.
Because my handicap went up this year by like 5 strokes.
I was gonna say, do we want to give a number there?
No, about 5 strokes. Okay.
Okay.
When we finished, then we were able to take my handicap
And apply it.
And apply it,
Yeah.
which is how our team won.
Oh.
It was a little ridiculous.
No, that's great though.
But it was really funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we thought we lost the whole entire time.
That's why you do a handicap.
That's why you
That
do a
is why you do a handicap.
So
And
it's fair. So
you need to put accurate numbers in.
Mhm.
It doesn't do anybody any favors to, what's the word? Kind of bump your score,
fluff it.
fluff it,
Yeah,
not
right,
put
ever.
it in,
Yeah.
true. It really does hurts you in the end.
And look, we won because I actually do put in my scores. It's hard to put in, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I have not done better this year. I've done worse, but it's okay.
And that's
We're gonna
okay.
work my way back down.
And that's it.
And that's it. Period.
The golf game is a roller coaster. You got peaks and valleys, and that's all
Exactly.
you can do is ride the ride.
Exactly.
But I also want to kind of hone in on one last thing before we wrap this episode up that you mentioned is your partner was constantly looking at the score. I don't think that would work for me.
Well, he didn't. I never told him to tell. I never said, tell me.
I want to know.
No.
Right.
But he wanted to just make sure, it's just a competitive spirit
It
in
is.
him.
Hey,
but I
more
wouldn't
credit
look.
to you. But I think that would totally mess with my brain, mess with how I would hit certain shots, and it would change how I would play. So
Yeah. I mean,
I
some
think that's
people,
really cool.
some people it drives them, and for other people, it's like I'll know at the end because there's nothing you can do in that moment, really,
No.
because someone's game could change,
Totally.
right?
And it could be
you don't have any control over their game.
None.
You only have control over yours.
And that's all you can control.
That's it.
Control the controllables.
Yeah. Control the controllables. Nice.
Well, Almay, I think this is a perfect place to stop this podcast today. This has been great conversation. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that we got to get back out and record just another one of these. It's
always a
amazing.
joy.
It's so fun. I think there's so much that people can take from this. Playing in those events. Playing with friends in those fundraising events can be such a great outing, especially for people of any skill level. So
Yeah.
don't worry too much about
Maybe we'll talk about
taking
that
that
next time.
Sure, we can do a more deep dive into that and kind
Yeah.
of focus in on the fun and camaraderie that comes from playing in those events.
Yeah, definitely.
But check us out again. Make sure to leave your comments and questions below. We'll be following those up in the next episode. And follow us on Instagram at 3puttlove for Almay and BNBC for us. And we will catch you next time.
Is it BNBC Golf?
Excuse me, BNBC Golf on
Yes.
Instagram for us.
Exactly.
Thanks again for checking in on us, and we will see you next time.